This table is
The
wobbly.
table's wonky.
Just a little bit off, isn't it? Everything's just a bit scratchy.
Temperature's a bit.
Yeah. The chairs sauna were a in bit here when we low. walked
Yeah.
in. Anyway, it's good to be back.
Good to be back. We're
Yeah,
back.
it is good.
Bang.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Good to see you, Rolly.
Yeah, good to see you, boys. I feel like it's been a long, long time. A lot to discuss. This is an action-packed show. We better get straight
Oh,
into
yeah.
it.
Packed. Well, obviously this.
We
or
can
that
skip
stuff.
this
or that. We don't have heaps of time. Mainstay.
Nah, this or that time. Come on.
Yeah. Right. No, absolutely.
Whereas MJ disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
Just-
Gee, even
MJ's gone
MJ's
to get a coffee, I think.
Yeah.
This or that.
Very good. As you may be aware, it was Easter over the weekend, Rolly.
Yes.
Yep. Happy Easter to everyone out there. So we got a bit of an Easter themed this or that.
Yeah.
Thanks to the committee, as always. So this week's it's Pascal, Paskeol.
Keol.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pascal.
Pascal.
Yeah, Pascal.
Pascal.
So is it the name of a special Norwegian beer that is only drunk during Easter, or an old Danish Easter tradition of painting eggs and rolling them down a hill?
Okay. You go first.
Remember, a reason why you chose the specific answer would be
Well, the tradition is jumping at me, rolling eggs down a hill. Obviously, Easter eggs. That's a natural correlation.
Easter and eggs, yeah.
well, yeah.
I'm going the Danish one as well, the eggs down the hill.
You are both wrong. For
Oh,
the first time in
no!
a long time, I reckon. Yeah,
Really?
it's the beer, Norwegian beer.
Oh, there you go.
See-
And they drink it at Easter.
Yeah. So obviously, your mind would be drawn to the eggs.
Yeah.
So that's
as,
why.
As Ben's and,
Yeah.
and mine was.
So well done to the committee. They'll be very happy with that.
But did you explain why you picked the tradition?
I just thought I'd heard of it. It felt like it probably does exist. It's just it might not be called Pascal.
Yeah.
I think that's you think of the cheese roll down the hill.
Maybe I'm thinking the cheese roll.
Yeah.
Cheese roll.
In the UK.
Yeah.
We have audio here, which I have only been told is a special message from a guest.
Okay.
So I suppose
Let's
it's
listen.
time.
It's me, it's Wayne. boys. I'm back. It's me, it's Wayne. Wayne from Warrigal, boys. How are we? Sorry, I've been told to give you a little bit of space recently. Everyone back in Warrigal said I was getting too obsessed, so I couldn't help myself. I had to send a message through today, boys, because it's a special one today. It's special on two parts. Special because you get to hear my voice again, but also because it's the big-headed banana himself, Benny Mackay. It's his 100th game this week on Anzac Day. What a special occasion that is, boys. Can't believe it. Anyway, Benny, you got any tickets for me? Please, I need some tickets. Oh, no, okay. Well, all the best anyway, lads. Harry, hope you're well. Hope the baggers are back. But Benny, 100 games. What an achievement.
Yeah,
Very good.
100
Boys from Wayne.
yes, 100 games.
And he's got the
100
we've
games.
got the
for
cake
Ben.
as well.
Are
And
these
how's-
these candles that don't blow out?
And
We've got the
Anzac
streamers
Day.
and Anzac
And
Day.
Anzac Day milestone.
It's all
man.
happening in the
It's
studio.
a big deal.
Should we be
That is a big deal,
Jeez,
yeah.
I'm having a shocker with these streams.
Roll, do you want to try that again?
It's an absolute stinker. Yeah,
Happy 100th Beano.
I bet you these are the ones that don't blow out. But anyway,
So
I
just
don't
have a
know.
try.
Nah.
Oh.
I'd blow them out though. There's fire alarms in here.
Yeah,
It's starting to
just
concern
really
me.
get a bit quicker, please.
But honestly, it is unreal.
Awesome effort.
Thank
mate.
you.
100 games. And
who would have thought?
Are you going to have a bite of the cake if you want?
Nah, I'm all right. I got my retainers in, so no one wants to see that.
underwhelming.
What an underwhelming response. Very
better
underwhelming.
not.
Maybe after.
Well done, MJ, for organising
Yeah,
that.
well done, MJ.
Yeah, thanks, MJ.
100 games.
100 games.
So just for everyone listening at home, like we're having a bit of a chat what we're going to talk about, and Ben probably made a little bit about himself and was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm not sure if you're aware, but it's my 100th game, so maybe we can mention in there." And obviously, MJ had this planned, and
No.
we're all like, "Oh, yeah, maybe, mate, we can
No, it
talk
was-
about it."
We're going to touch on that, but we'll do it now. But it's Taylor and I's 10-year anniversary as well. So that was like 100
On
games.
Friday or-
Well, it's today, yeah.
Oh, it's today.
So it's like
Oh,
a
right.
big
'Cause
week.
you
So
didn't
I
ask
thought-
her out on Anzac Day.
No, I didn't. So it's like a pretty cool week all up. So
yeah.
yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
Oh, what a 100
So-
games is a terrific effort. So
Yeah, thank you.
No, absolutely it is. So, have you felt like, I mean, are you worried? I mean, you guys don't play for Milestones, but has it been lost a bit in the Anzac Day-ness of it all?
I actually got no idea, mate. I haven't really thought about it too much.
Yeah.
Again, a cliche answer, but Yeah, I think you're aware of it.
Yeah.
Well, it was meant to be last week because of the Gold Coast game.
Oh, of course,
got
yeah.
canned, so it would have been last week. But I think internally in your family and stuff, sort of acknowledge it, and I think you always try and take some moment to reflect that 100 games is pretty cool. We've had a few messages to say congratulations, and that's always appreciative. But I don't really know externally if anyone's mentioned it, but it's not really too important to me, I suppose.
Absolutely.
It's more what you guys think and family and friends.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think 100 games from where I started to now has been a an up and down journey, but I think no one can take 100 games away from me, which is pretty cool, mate.
Yeah, that's all I always say. Especially, obviously, across the two different clubs. But I remember someone said once that, because historically, if you play 100 games for a club, you get your name on the locker. And it's like, whatever happens, in 20 years' time, you walk in with the kids and like they can never take your name off your locker like you played 100 games.
Yeah.
So they'll always be cool to be able to show your grandkids or your kids that, you spend a lot of time at a footy club, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So well done.
Exactly. It is a significant milestone. Hopefully, you end up playing 100 for the Bombers, because then that also triggers the father-son rule as well.
True.
Should that be on the horizon?
True.
Yeah, good shout.
Is that
But
on the horizon?
Yeah, one day, absolutely.
Okay.
Little Beano running around.
yeah, see if he's any good at footy first.
If he wants to play, or he or she.
He or she wants to play.
They want to play.
That's what,
Yeah, all day.
that's probably fair.
That's it. Yeah.
First thing when I walked in, I saw Harry's shiner, which we'll get to in a moment. because-
Genuine shiner. Yeah.
Genuine
It's
shiner.
genuine, yeah.
It's not really a shiner.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to it in a moment.
Yeah.
But then,
How is that not a shiner?
why are you denying it? It's a full black eye.
Yeah, but a shiner is
How's a
usually when
nice
you hit in the
shiner?
eye, isn't it?
Anyway, the other thing I noticed is you've got a unique haircut. I don't think I've seen you.
Yeah,
Ben,
I
with
mentioned
this
that when we were
haircut.
walking in.
Is
You
this
did actually, yeah.
is this a 100-game haircut?
Reeks
No.
of milestone, doesn't
Reeks
it?
of a
Well,
milestone haircut,
Normally,
or is this for the diggers?
before a big game, I'll get a haircut, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
nothing new.
Yeah.
It's not like I haven't had a haircut in
But
3
we're
years.
more intrigued in the style because it's more. How would you
I
describe
really
it?
like it. I think it's cool. It's
More of like a mohawk.
A mohawk.
nah. It's got the flat fringe.
It's like a
that's kind of that cuts straight
It's
across.
more. He's
Yeah.
lined it up across the top as well.
Yeah.
Well, the lady, her name's Stella at King's Domain in South Yarra. She's been lovely. And yeah, the last few times she sort of lined it up, I suppose you'd call it. Yeah. So
Yeah. It's good.
No, it's good, and it
if
differentiates.
it's good feedback,
No,
I
no,
appreciate it, mate. Yeah, but-
outstanding feedback. But I'm just thinking milestone,
Yeah.
fresh
It's-
lid.
It does add
the,
up.
the last one I got was, I reckon, round 1. So
Yeah.
milestone, big game, you could call it. I suppose,
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
And then of course, games don't get bigger.
No, they don't.
Anzac Day, Pies taking on the Bombers Friday afternoon. MCG, full house.
Yeah.
Weather's going to be nice from what I've seen.
I thought it was raining.
Oh, is it raining?
Yeah, someone said it was raining.
Tomorrow's a cracker. We're recording this on
Hang on,
Wednesday
Wednesday.
afternoon.
We are. I thought
It could have
I
changed.
thought
but
tomorrow's beautiful.
someone said it's raining.
because last year was sunshine.
Yeah,
From memory.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
I mean, second time around for you. How are we
Yeah.
feeling?
yeah. I think it's maybe a little bit more. I think because you know what the day's about and you've been through it once before, certainly makes it a little bit easier. There's still plenty of nerves and excitement and anticipation. I remember I've never been more nervous before a game before last year's Anzac Day, so
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be somewhat similar. But I think you know what the day's about, and even little things like the preparation before the game, like you warm up, you're out half an hour before, everything's changed pre-game, so things like that you're a bit more accustomed to. But I think all in all, very excited and a little bit easier to know what to expect. But
Yeah.
all in all, I mean, I think Harry can agree. Anytime the day is bigger than football, you always feel that extra bit of pride and gratefulness and gratitude and just a special occasion to be a part of. So, I think when you first come to the club, it's something you pencil in your calendar and you still do every year. So very excited and I think, as I said, anything that's bigger than footy, playing a game is really insignificant. But very grateful to be out there and sharing the field with the Pies. Yeah.
My forecast was way off. Tomorrow's a belter, but then Friday looks like it's going to be certain rain.
Right.
So
There you go.
different experience compared to last year. And then some of
Some
the
of
talking
the
points.
classic Anzac Day games have
David
been
Zaharakis.
right.
David
yeah.
Zaharakis, memories
Yeah.
of 2009.
Yep.
Goldie returns, of course.
The
The
big fella.
horrible news about Sam Draper. I mean, we'll touch on that first of all.
Yeah. Well, Nick Bryan the week before doing his ACL and then
Yeah.
Drape's doing his
God.
Achilles. So
Awful.
I think it's probably like a 1 in 20 year thing, like having two of your ruckmen sort of go down with season-ending injuries in 2 weeks back to back. So yeah, it's horrible to see those boys and what it means to them and not being able to play for 12 months. We were saying it would obviously suck at the time, but imagine 6 months down the track when you're still 6 months away from playing and you're in rehab and it's winter and like that would be as tough as it gets. So, but to Goldie's credit, he's a very prepared individual and he's been so selfless in how he's handled himself, sort of taking a couple of pegs back in terms of playing. But he'll be ready. He'll be ready to go, and ultimate professional after 17, 18 years. It'll be tough for him. I mean, he hasn't played much footy. He's been sort of coaching, and the VFL they have buys and things like that as well. So the continuity piece has been hard for him, but he's a true pro, and really looking forward to getting him back in and having a run around and seeing how he goes. So he's a star, so he'll be fine.
Yeah. I feel like there's no better.
Yeah, exactly.
Backup
Yeah, it's like perfect situation.
Yeah, exactly right.
Honestly.
Well, he's probably at a crossroads. I mean, end of last year, he probably had to make a call whether he wanted to stay around, and knowing he probably wouldn't get as many opportunities. But in hindsight, it's obviously a fantastic decision, and may prolong his career a bit longer. So we're very lucky to have him, ready to go whenever he's called upon.
And then this is one that both of you can weigh in on. But Nick Daicos, of course, probably his best game of the year so far against the Lions last week. And then it has been announced that he will be replacing Darcy Moore as captain of Collingwood.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, right.
This Friday. So he'll be the youngest captain, I think, in 57 years. I was just reading before, for the Collingwood Football Club.
Wow.
What's that like having, have you had a captain younger than you in your career at any point, either of you?
Yep. Jai Simpkin.
Yeah,
was
Jai, of course,
a
he would have been.
younger. I think it's awesome. I think good on him. I think whenever you earn respect amongst a group, it doesn't. I remember someone said, age is just a number. So if you have influence amongst a group and have that, I suppose influence. It doesn't matter what sort of stage of career you're in. It shouldn't matter. So I think it's fantastic. Yeah, good on him.
Yeah, that's great. Well, like obviously, as Ben said, a young player is obviously a star of the game, and obviously really highly respected internally, which it's always great to hear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I didn't realise Darcy wasn't playing, but
out with vertigo, I think was the symptom that Craig McRae cited today. So so no Darcy Moore. It's going to be a huge game. Collingwood in red hot form, the Bombers will be looking to make a statement, of course, Ben.
It's usually 90, 95 there, isn't there? For the
comfy 90.
Yep.
Anzac, so it should be huge.
Can't wait.
And then the Blues, we have a grab from your mate, Ava Harry.
Yeah.
Hi Harry, it's Ava from America. Thank you for donating your boots to my Good Friday fundraiser. They went for $615. Have you told your dietitians about the chocolates? Thanks for being my best friend. Go Blues.
Thanks, Ava. That was very sweet.
Lovely.
She is a sweetheart. So Ava was our representative for the Good Friday game and our ambassador. And I met her last year in the Good Friday game. So thanks to Puma, we do like a bit of a walkout with the kids. We all dress up in like a kit. You have a kicker on the ground. It's an amazing part of the day. And as Ben touched on before, any game where the occasion is bigger than the actual 120 minutes of footy is great games to be part of, and that's a very special day. So I met Ava there. She was the kid I got to run out with, and this year she was the ambassador, and I met her a few times since, and unfortunately didn't get to play, which I was really sad about. But Ava came in on the Thursday for captain's run, was amongst the team, and we got to spend a little bit of time together, and lovely person, lovely family. She was very, very sweet and got me a few presents, including a little bit of chocolate and a beautiful card. And I got her a couple of things for her for the charity, and a bit of Puma stuff and some gifts as well. So it was a really lovely moment. And in all seriousness, to be able to, it's always a beautiful reminder to see the people you get to inspire, especially the kids. And there's obviously so many amazing Carlton fans out there, but especially the kids that you get to put a smile on their face and inspire to be happy, and especially ones doing it tough. So it was a beautiful moment, and a very lovely kid and a great family. So I haven't told the dietitian about the chocolate ever, so that's between you and me. We'll have to keep that a secret. But
we'll have to edit that out.
Yeah, we'll just keep it quiet, MJ. But it was a lovely day, and Good Friday in general was. Again, it was really sad not to be playing because it's an awesome day to play, but the way the boys went about it, both clubs, and as as we said, the footy was kind of, they took a back seat to the occasion, and both clubs did it beautifully, and it was great fun.
Yeah,
Well
that's
said.
awesome. And then if we get an update about your condition, we have this question from Mitch.
Good morning, boys. It's Mitch Peterson here from Beveridge. Big H, how you feeling with your concussion, and how do you deal with concussion symptoms? Because I know everyone else obviously deals different. Is it sort of like a long-term morning thing, or is it, like throughout the day it gets worse, or, go Blues?
Interesting question.
Yeah.
Mitch. So obviously this was the West Coast game, and
Yeah.
just brutal bad luck for you personally.
Yeah, it wasn't how he drew it up.
Yeah.
But, I'm going really well, thank you. Obviously, not ideal, and, had a bit of a head clash. Didn't see it coming. It was a solid hit. And, it was obviously into the protocol straight away. But feeling awesome. It was actually responded really well, and within a couple of days I was feeling 100%. So, I think different people, as Mitch said, can feel it differently. But, usually the first 48 hours is, you don't want to do too much that stimulates anything. So not too much talking, not too much screen time, not too much anything. So it's a pretty long couple of days.
Light, is that another one? Are you trying to keep the room dark?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. And then it's all just symptom based from there. But as I said, I was really lucky that really quickly the symptoms went away, and moved through the protocols there. So as we film this on the Wednesday, all tracking really well. Which our main training's Friday, so tick that off. But feeling good.
So no screens. Is that reading? What are we doing?
Oh, it's more for the first 48 hours. Why are you laughing at that?
I'm just from a boredom perspective.
Harry reading, just funny image in my head.
I like to read. Okay.
What did you read then?
No, actually, I'm reading a book thanks to George Stewart, the 5 a.m. Club.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know it. What's the blurb?
Robin Sharma. I've only just started, so I'll come back to
Summing
you.
around getting up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, I imagine waking up at 5 sparks.
It's a very good book from all reports. So, but no, I'm tracking well. Yeah,
Tracking well. But then you have a shiner, which is the only other symptoms that we can see.
well, as I said, I don't think technically it's a shiner.
It's a genuine China. Yeah.
It's a good. There's bruising under my eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can get a hit like at the top of your nose and have a black eye.
Yeah, so that's why I mean the bruising is a result of the fractures across the cheeks.
Yeah.
The cheek, not from like the
eye.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't get
actual-
punched in the eye. You know?
Yeah.
So
Right, so
yeah,
it's a China.
sure, whatever you want, mate.
It's a weird hill to die on.
That is a weird one, yeah.
It's just technicalities of the shot.
But the interesting part is that, so obviously your cheek is still a bit fragile, and then we were talking off air that you might have some sort of Batman mask.
Potentially, it's in the works. Yeah, definitely for getting one made up, and whether you wear it or not for games. But yeah, as you said, when it's fractured, it's vulnerable to get hit. So
Yeah.
We're working through that. But a few boys have joked around Batman vibes for a bit. But
Yeah.
so there we go.
Have you trained in anything similar to just see if you find it comfortable?
No, I'm waiting for it to come in. It's been has to custom make it.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, we'll see how it is at training. But
Are you looking forward to that, Ben?
I actually would love to see that, yeah.
I'll take a photo for you guys anyway. Whether I wear it
At
or
the very
not.
least,
Yeah.
I'd love to see what it looks like.
Okay.
Because we were just saying the last player I can remember wearing one was Sam DeConing.
Yeah, Sam Wellman, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the DeConings take on each other this Sunday.
That's craft.
Yeah, isn't that just
That's years of
yeah. Years of crap. Carlton taking on Geelong, of
Yeah,
course.
should
And
be
the
a
last time those brothers played each other, it was quite a punch on from memory.
Yeah. Because they were both playing in the ruck against each other. I reckon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, gave a lot more than you two did in your
Yeah,
first.
ours was pretty boring, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. But no, it should be a cracker.
Should be a cracker.
Yeah,
that
This
would be
is
a
a
good game.
really interesting game.
Yep.
Everything tracking well?
Yeah, I've been checking well. Yeah. In terms of the club, or
Yeah, club-wise?
yeah, no, it's been a good couple of weeks. Obviously, not the ideal start, but especially on the weekend, how we played, and all year our numbers and the KPIs that we look at and how we've defended, and a lot of the things have been really good, really good place. And the last couple of weeks to be able to layer it with a couple of things that have helped us win has been really great. And there's it's been a good vibe with the club. So as I said, big week. Geelong are in really good form and been a great side for forever. So should be a cracker.
This is just the perfect example of a game that if you were to win, suddenly the narrative starts to flip a little bit. And
Absolutely.
it's like, it doesn't take much.
No, that's right. That's why the comp's so even, and sometimes you just need a little bit of across a 25 game season. There's so many ebbs and flows and narratives and form and everything. So time's important.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very interesting. Good
Yep.
weekend of footy. So
Yep.
time for Twinners and Losers.
Thanks.
Ben and Harry's
I'm so excited for this.
Winners
Birds often think I'm a tree.
and Losers.
Mandarins. I just love him. I'm mandarins at the moment.
Well, I'll take the new rock, Rollo.
Well, Ben wanted to bring up his 100th game. That was
Yeah, was that you still your twinner?
Is that still
No,
your
I've been.
twin?
I'm
You're on a big
prepared.
spiel about everything.
I'm prepared, so I've got another one.
Well, mine's low hanging fruit, but obviously Easter weekend, beautiful time we're lucky enough to have a couple of days off and spend, especially Easter Sunday with everyone. We had a nice lunch, roast lunch, and yeah, special time of year. And I think it was really lovely that everyone made the effort and could be together. And it's a good time of year, Easter. So
Just how good's Easter?
well, and the fact that family
just
could spend
Easter,
time
yeah.
together
Yeah.
and have a nice lunch together.
I was hoping it was going to be the roast. What kind of roast was it?
It was a good roast lamb.
Mm.
Our sister Hannah's husband is a chef, and he anytime it's like family lunch or dinner, it's just the quality of food is just extraordinary. So
Is it assumed that he'll get on the tools?
no, I think everyone always
assumed.
tries to I might be like, I'll cook, I'll sort it, and then
I'll bring Rocky
Carl-
Road.
Carl always has to fix Ben's Rocky Road. But he always ends up kind of putting a few final touches on it to make it
Yeah.
nice. So
Yeah.
Because it's his job. It's like
It's his job,
if
yeah.
you needed someone to play footy, you wouldn't make him play footy when you guys are just sitting around.
well,
Well, you might.
not a great
Bad
example.
example. You get what I'm trying.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my twin. So.
Yeah, that's not too bad. My twinner, you know Ted Lasso?
Yeah, I love Ted Lasso.
Season 4 is officially coming back.
Oh, is it really?
Yep.
Is it? Is
I
that
didn't know that.
Do we need that? Do you reckon?
What do you mean?
I think
You
it
need a
ended,
season 4.
it ended in a pretty good.
I can't even remember
No,
how it
didn't
ended.
So Jason Sudeikis, is that his name?
So Daicos. Yeah.
Sudeikis, yeah.
He went on the New Heights podcast and he confirmed
Right.
it. He said they are filming it as they speak.
Oh, there you go.
So season 4 is coming back for all the Ted Lasso fans. out
Me and Maddie need a new show, so I reckon we might start Ted Lasso.
there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Again, you've watched it obviously, but
I've watched. Yeah, but
yeah, she
Yeah.
may have known. Yeah,
no, she hasn't. Yeah.
I thought that was just interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a massive Ted fan. So
If I had to recommend one, if I had to just slip a winner in, have you seen?
Wow.
Have either of you seen Black Mirror?
No.
Black Mirror, Netflix.
Mirror.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
I
very
think I've
thought-provoking.
heard about it.
Newest season just released.
What's
I've only seen a few of
Netflix?
them.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a Netflix.
What's it about again?
Each episode is different, and it's
have
like
heard about it.
futuristic, dystopian kind of what if this technology existed, and then it
Yeah,
turned.
that's right.
They all turn dark. They're
I've
all.
heard it's very good.
Yeah.
Have we spoken about White Lotus? No. Did you?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Underwhelming.
I watched it.
underwhelming. Really,
Finish, do you reckon?
I've heard people say that. I can't believe.
Have you not watched it?
No,
yet?
I finished it all. I loved it.
And you thought it was great.
I thought it was great.
I haven't seen season 3 yet. Well, after you mentioned, Taylor and I went and watched season 1 and 2. Loved it.
Yeah.
Season 3 was just a fraction slow at the start, so I needed.
They're all
work
slow at the
through
start.
it.
You got to just work through
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
Oh, well,
no
I
spoilers.
reckon-
But yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
thought it was. Yeah,
Apparently it's, yeah.
it's good. They're good shows.
Good shows.
Loser, Beno.
So we went to Adelaide and then Perth, so we had back-to-back travels.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned a couple of years ago, one of the best perks about being an AFL
Oh,
player
yeah, the
is
parking was
the
a nightmare.
Melbourne airport car parking.
Yeah.
Elite. But they're doing some renovations on it at the moment, so
Oh, no.
it was really troublesome last couple of weeks. Yeah.
Have you experienced this? Harry?
Yeah, traveling to Gather, we
Mm.
it was very different
Yeah,
to
very
what the
different.
normal ballet was. Yeah,
Just quickly explain what it used to be. So this is the major car park that's just like across the road from
yeah,
the airport.
walk straight over. Usually it's ballet, so you drive up to level 2, whatever.
You're on autopilot, like it's all just bang, bang,
level
bang.
2 car parks all free for like any AFL.
And you just throw your keys to the guy. And
Oh, you can keep on, you
can.
can throw on whatever. Walk over, like they have the bay set for the travelling teams, and then getting home afterwards, you can just walk straight across and drive out. Obviously, as Ben said, they're doing renovation, so the parking was like a few hundred meters away, like
Yeah.
in and
Oh,
out of
no.
in and out of. Yeah, we sound extremely.
oh goodness,
This is Ben's loser. I didn't want to mention it, but yeah. So
how you have to walk all that way?
you have to
Yeah,
walk a couple
fuck.
hundred meters. Unbelievable.
Look, mate, it was tough.
No, I understand how that. If you have your routine and
Yeah. Especially because we train obviously right next to the airport, so guys leave it pretty last minute, right? So
Yeah.
That's the thing. The only thing that would be annoying with it, if you usually assumed it takes you 10 minutes to get that parking
Yeah,
process, and all of a sudden
exactly.
it's 30 minutes, and
That's
you might
right.
miss the flight.
Yeah.
because we're so close, most guys leave it pretty last minute because we just want to roll on the plane and go. So, yeah, they did give us a little heads up, but to Harry's point, when you're in the moment, you don't really think about it too much. So, but yeah, it was not a massive loser, but just thought I'd mention
No,
that.
that's exactly what this needs.
Exactly.
To be.
So I've been pretty good, I thought.
You've been
Winners and
pretty
losers,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, nice. No, mine was just a bit more. We did actually touch on it earlier, but a little bit sad. Some of the major injuries at the moment, even like Kempy, who did his Achilles last week or week before. Obviously, a couple of Ben's teammates, and it's never overly great. So hope all people going through the long-term injuries are going all right, and it's a grind. So
The only good news was Sam Darcy avoiding.
terrific
ACL.
news.
Great news.
But then he'll still be out for months. So it's
Right. But,
It's been a lot of that.
Sort of a bad situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. One of the other things that I've really enjoyed this year, if I had to quickly bring a twinner to the table, was how many 34-plus-year-old players are
Playing awesome.
finding a return to form.
Yeah, it's so true. It's great.
Gunston and Dangerfield's playing close to career best.
And
Taylor
Jack
Walker,
Darling's been playing good footy as a
Dane
older
Zorko.
player.
Zorko.
still side bottoms,
Pendles,
dominating. It's
Yeah.
just been awesome. Feels like everyone's got an extra 5 years on their career now.
It's great. Yeah.
All right, Sockgate.
This
Now-
is interesting.
This is really
this
good,
is-
yeah. So
I
you-
wasn't here for this, so
you had
feel
your
free
F1
to...
blow up, you ditched us, basically.
That's right. He
Was
on
that why I
Media
wasn't
Street.
here?
Yeah, I think he would.
Don't act like you don't know. Come on.
Did well, F1. I was happy with it.
So I think we got a question around. There's audio. Why don't we play the audio and it'll give us some context. Yeah. At Essendon, we have to bring our own socks. That's
Really?
Yeah. I remember last year because at North we had our socks provided.
Yeah.
So the first 5 weeks of the year, I always forgot, and I had to ask the poor property guy, "Sorry, mate, I've left my socks at home again."
Right.
Yeah. So the question was, we had a fan ask a question: "What do you bring normally to a game?" And I said, "I have to bring socks."
And that shocked you when you turned up at Essendon, did it? Were you...
shock's a strong word,
I mean,
but it was.
it bemused you.
You just rocked by it.
I wanted to go back to North.
Floored him.
I wasn't used to it. Let's just say
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, the first few weeks I kept forgetting my socks, and then obviously get used to it. And
How are you going right now? Have you started remembering?
yeah,
the
I've been
socks?
very good the last little while.
Yeah.
But in terms of, so we had a discussion. I think Carlton, they have theirs provided.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of a chat around that, and then our welfare guy, our property guy, listened to the show, blah blah blah, and then so the next game after that we recorded, I think we played Adelaide at the G, I think it was, and as I walked in, he put 15 pairs of socks in my locker. It was very
That's
good.
so
And
good.
They filmed it. It was very well done.
And we've got the footage somewhere, don't we?
We do, so we'll tie this up into a social video. But I feel like he was flat on me because I was like, oh, what are you doing? Why do we bring our own socks?
Wait, so
But-
just a question. So if he has 15 spare pairs of socks there, so they have the socks.
Yeah, well, it's shared around. Oh, that's not a bad point, probably.
So
But
he
it's-
might just be stockpiling them at the back.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Okay.
probably a good point. But I think it's for a rainy day or whatever, or the bomber shop use it, whatever it is.
That's it.
There's other
Yeah, okay.
things that use it.
I mean, if everyone just started saying, "Oh, they've already got socks there, I don't need them," then
Yeah,
it's just,
that's
then you
probably
got
true.
chaos on your hands.
Yeah.
But I think he was trying. I think he felt I was having a go at him, but I was just trying to explain the situation.
Yeah.
So
You've
Milne,
broken
I
bread, have
apologise. Yeah. We're all right. And we actually got a T-shirt for him.
Because he made a comment around he only listens to the
Yeah, so
Oh,
he was trying to
podcast.
get back at me. So
Yeah.
you'll see on the photo, but he said, I only listen to the 200 plus podcast, which is Drapes' podcast,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. They mentioned on their podcast as
so
well.
so the social clip did the rounds in the end, didn't it?
did.
Is that right?
It did pretty well, yeah.
And
Yeah.
a few people spoke about it.
It
Yeah.
popped up.
Yeah, so it's a really interesting debate. But I feel like Milne, unfortunately sort of read the room wrong and thought I was having a go at him. So I'm sorry,
Oh, you've
mate.
had another go at him.
So we've got a
Read the room right, Whit Milne.
we've got a T-shirt, Milne, for you, mate. He'll love that. He's a good man, Milne. One of the best. So
Yeah, nice.
hopefully we've broken bread.
Have we realised or discovered whether is this just an Essendon thing? In
Yeah,
terms of,
it's a really interesting discussion, isn't it? Yeah. Well, obviously we know 3 clubs that do it, so
yeah.
I don't know about the everyone else, but
It's just, of all the they draw the line at socks.
It is interesting, isn't it? It's a great.
these are
Great
things people
conversation.
love to hear about.
Oh, honestly, I love
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So,
So that's Sockgate for you.
we need to message. MJ's got a good idea. We need to message some players. Just if maybe you guys have former teammates that are now at other clubs, and just find out what's
That's a good point. Yep.
just yeah.
Get a gauge.
MJ's saying message one person right now. Do you take socks to your new club? I doubt we'll get a response in time, surely.
Well, we can ask a few of the boys who have played at other clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Oh, that's probably better.
Yeah. Or Gresh was at St Kilda.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Could go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sock situation.
What is it?
Question mark.
Yeah.
Say that again for us.
Sock situation.
It's a bit of a tongue twister.
And we also wanted to touch on the last episode that we did. So obviously it's the first time we've been back as a trio in here
Correct.
in a while.
Yeah.
And it was Harry's update, and the response was overwhelmingly positive.
I
think we can all agree. And you spoke so well, Harry. Congratulations.
Thanks,
It's
man.
been a tough year, obviously, and I think it was a very courageous thing to do coming on here and being so vulnerable. And then we received so many messages in our inbox, and this is one that we wanted to read to the people that are listening now. That episode you guys put. Let me start again.
Swing and a miss, Matt.
That episode you guys put out today was amazing. I've been struggling with some issues for some time now, and just hearing you guys being open and honest about what's going on in your lives just makes me want to do the same thing as soon as I get the chance. You guys are an inspiration. Much love, guys. Go Blues.
Wow.
That's
So,
lovely.
among
Well,
many other messages.
We said,
received.
or Harry said, and we both mentioned that if it can help one person, then it's job done. But to hear it's reached, thousands of people I had people come up and people at the club mentioned that they'd watched it and people had been in contact about their own situations, and I was blown away. And obviously it was Harry's story to tell, but the impact it had on our community at the club and people I've spoken to was seriously amazing. So I agree with what Rollo said in terms of the courage you showed and the impact it's had. It's been profound.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah,
Well done.
appreciate it. And he said if we can help people, and clearly has. And again, I've got lots of beautiful messages around people resonating, and they've been able to help them. So, I think any time we can use our platform for good is a good thing. So
Yeah. And if you haven't heard it, go back and listen to it. And I just think, because this podcast is a good example of you guys coming in here and trying to humanize a football player, because it's so easy to just see the public image of the football player and think you guys are, tougher than everything. And obviously we all we see is the 2 hours a week. But just hearing someone of your stature speaking like that, I think is really valuable. So well done.
thanks, mate.
Yeah, well said, mate.
Question time before we go. We have Raymond first of all.
Hi, Ben and Harry. My name is Raymond from Romsey, Victoria. Just wondering what that clear gel stuff is that you put
Great
on your
question.
jumpers before a game.
Raymond,
Nice to see you back, Harry.
Man,
Raymond,
legend.
what a star. I think, have we got any spare t-shirts?
Yeah, we'll get him one.
Got to find something for Raymond.
We'll find. That's a terrific question.
Because we just love kids sending questions
Yeah.
in, but also that question
quality
has
question.
bugged me for 20 years. I reckon.
Yeah, no, all right. So I'm assuming he's talking about the grippo.
Grippo, yeah.
Yeah. So grippo is like a.
They use it on cars, don't they?
I don't think so.
I think they do. Anyway, you go.
Sports grip, will grip.
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, grippo is like a what would you call it?
It's a sticky
like
substance.
a gel, like a substance that players use that essentially helps with their grip. So you rub a little bit in your fingers or your hands, and especially when it's wet or when you've been sweating a lot, it just gives you a little bit more grip and touch with the ball. So definitely some players hate it. So there's nothing worse than. So there's different types of grippo as well. You could write a book about this, Rollo.
I was going to say I have so many follow-up questions.
So there's varying types of grippo. There's one grip tech what that is like. You only need the feather amount of that.
It's disgusting.
But some people have heaps of it. So if you get a big chunk of grip tech on your hands or on the ball, it would legitimately affect your kick 60%. If you,
I was going to say
It happened on the weekend.
So
All the
ball drop.
West Coast forwards, they used. I reckon. I didn't even know there was two different ones. There you go. But it was the most severe one of them, and that was ridiculous. Like you're in a contest, and if they had it on their chest, and they put it on their chest, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you
It's
see big
everywhere.
globs of it, right?
And if you're in a contest and you after like there's and obviously grass sticks to your hand because the grippo's on it, it affects your ball drop.
it's so
I
annoying.
hate it. I really hate grippo.
no, I swear by. I wear it every session, every training, But I use the will grip. So anyone at Will Grip out there that doing a good job, we appreciate your
Sponsors.
Come on,
sponsored by Will Grip. But it's it's a little bit less sticky. So, and to Ben's point, I always found that if you put it on your chest after 30 seconds of the contest, it's all gone. So put it on your shorts is a bit better.
Some people put it in their sock or something. Yeah, it's
Yeah, but it's very common. So
yeah.
great question, Raymond. But essentially, it's a little gel that helps us
Catch the
mark
ball
and
better,
catch the ball a bit better. Yeah.
If you would, so you put it in like the palm of your hand, and then you kind of just rub it around like sunscreen kind
Yeah,
of.
but you're very fine with like. This is again technical, but sometimes you'd put more on your right hand, and only on your fingers, so it doesn't affect like versus your left hand if that's your ball drop.
If
hand.
that's your ball drop hand,
Yeah,
okay.
correct, yeah.
Sometimes you just use a tiny little bit, rub them with a bit of grass. Like it's just everyone's a bit different, but
Yep.
it's handy.
Yeah.
And you said West Coast players were affected by it?
No, the West Coast forwards use a lot of it, which is not abnormal, but
You just
sometimes you
noticed
just
that.
notice it for whatever reason on that
Okay.
day
Yeah.
a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. And like random objects, we have these streamers in front of us. If I had grippo on this hand, would that stick if
Oh,
I
yeah.
went like that?
The
grip tech would.
grip tech would, yeah.
The wheel grip wouldn't
What
probably.
about an A4 piece of paper? Do you reckon that would stick?
I reckon.
Don't know.
Be close. We have to bring it in next week.
Oh, bring it in.
You can do it.
Science
Yeah,
experiment.
yeah.
This is like Hutchie with that glove, that Travis cloak.
Hutchie just turned into Wayne Carey for all of that. That's amazing.
Well done, Raymond. Oh,
Yeah,
that great
Terrific.
question.
We'll
That was
follow up with
awesome.
that, Raymond.
Yeah.
And
Thanks,
this is another belter. This is from Isabel.
I wonder where this is going.
Hi, it's Isabel from Tassie. Just wondering, what's the best mark you've ever experienced? Go Blues.
Now, obviously, there'll be a few people that would think of a certain one, but my one's actually a bit different. My one was
Well, for two categories. You've ever seen and then you've seen with your own eyes.
okay.
Or taken.
Ever
make
I've
it
ever
three.
sent. That might be left field, but Jamie Elliott's one last year. It was a belter.
You completely misdirected me. You're going to come back to it. That was a
That
belter.
was probably the
And I
best
saw that
one.
with my own eyes. I actually think that is the best mark I've ever seen.
Yeah, comfortably.
in person. It was very good.
Well,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
You didn't see it.
As we
I
said
didn't
last
say it,
year,
mate.
the worst view in the stadium.
yeah.
Best mark you've ever seen, period?
As in, like, live?
Like in a replay, anything, YouTube clip. Because for me, it's Gary Moorcroft.
Yeah, that's a belter.
Yep. I'd agree
Walks,
with that.
Andrew Walker took
And
a
Andrew
classic,
Walker's
yeah.
number 2 for
Yeah.
me.
That was amazing.
Yep. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yep. One of those two.
They're extraordinary. What about in person? What about in a game you've
Do you know
played
you'd love
in?
to- It'd be so cool if, like, you know, all the attempts, like, you know how sometimes everyone's like, oh, you just dropped the car.
Yeah.
Like, if some of those had a start, even Motzi, Jesse Mollop had a crack on the way. It would have been
Yeah.
mark of the year, but he just dropped it at the last second.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, like, some of those
Could have
almost
been,
ones
yeah.
would have been, like, some of those had a stuck. Well,
Yeah. That's a complimation within itself, I reckon.
Compilation.
Compilation. What did I say?
Complimation.
you just butchered it.
We're all talking.
No, what
Weirdly
did I
to
say? Yeah. Sorry, man.
No, it's fine.
I'm human, all right?
Any others that spring to mind that you've been on the ground for?
I took a good one in the BFL one day.
Can we find that clip somewhere?
I've got it saved in my notes, I reckon.
Is it like that rolling goal from 50 out?
He rode the back and kicked it on his opposite from 45.
Top of the goals.
Got a handball and dribbled it through on his left in the top of the square.
I'll find it. It was at Frankston.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I believe you.
The best mark I've taken, yeah.
We also have some great questions. Maddie, Ruby, Joel, we'll get to them next week. And please send any more through in the next 7 days. And
Yep.
hopefully we'll get back to them next week.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Just a little reminder, we're at Ben and Harry Podcast at Instagram and TikTok. And we really, as Rollo mentioned before, the messages and support on our socials have been profound. So we really appreciate it. If you can get in contact, say good day, give us a follow. Would mean the world. So thanks for your support.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone. All the best, Ben, for your 100th game.
Thanks, Matt. You
Hope
coming
it,
or
hope
what?
it goes well. No, on a serious note, Ben asked if I would like to come, but we have our main training day, given it's a Friday. So
That does make it tough.
yeah, I'll probably catch a second half on TV maybe, and then I think we might see Ben after the game. But yeah, hope it goes well. Go Blues.
Go Dons.
Rollo, have a good week, mate.
Thanks. Go Dons this week.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thanks,
Ben.
Matt. Yeah.
Go Blues.
And Blues, sure.
Yeah.